All righty, guys. Welcome. It's great to have you all back. It's exciting to have you here and to be a part of this. It's exciting to be back on the grass with our football team. You can tell the 8 weeks of preparation that they put in the summer, and I can't credit Bobby Steiner enough for producing a really conditioned football team, a strong football team, and you can tell by our numbers we really have depth at all positions right now, which is really nice to see. Which it gives us a lot of practice time and keeping guys fresh. Good practice today. You know, to be out the first one just in helmets and spiders, it was good and really come out of it injury free, other than KD having some cramps, and we'll IV him up and get him ready for the next time. It'll be a little bit different, you know, training camp as we go through this. This is a new format for all of NCAA. You know, from the acclimatization period we're going through right now to the new format of being able to really, you get a certain number of full pad tackle practices. We've organized this camp to be able to maximize each and every one of those days for our team, but it's really something that brings a lot of organization to, and we've got 25 great practices to get it done. Also got 25 practices to be able to establish these guys' roles. There's really some great competition going on, as I always do. I'll give you the two deep the day before the first game, but right now what I love to see is the competitive level these guys are doing and really trying to establish their roles over the next 25 practices. So with that, I'll answer any questions that you have or whatever's on your mind.
Clay, we didn't see Drake Jackson or Isaac Taylor Stewart today. Can you update their status?
Yeah, ITS had his first child, a baby girl, very healthy, so we're so happy for him. And Drake is out for health and protocol reasons, and hopefully going to get him back first of the week next week, sometime early.
Just some injury guys, Jake Smith, Jordan Iostefa, and Solo.
Yeah, Jordan and Solo are continuing to progress. You know, right now Jake has a foot injury that is being evaluated that we're going to be able to have to see what's the next step of. It may require surgery. We're getting an evaluation on that and see where it goes. I'll let you know in the future, but I see him out for an extended period of time right now.
Clay, obviously Brew's not out there today.
Say it one more time.
Obviously Brew McCoy is not out there today. When were you made aware of his situation, and in terms of his temporary removal from the team, what are the conditions of that? Is he able to come on campus? Is he able to work out in the facilities? Or?
Yeah, right now what I can tell you is I can reference you to the university statement that was put out, and I can tell you as of right now, he is not in team activities. So those are the two things I can tell you.
He's not. Is he able to rehab or anything on campus? Or?
I'll reference you to the university statement, and I'll let you know he's not involved in team activities. And really, that's all I can say right now. But appreciate the question.
What are the fundamental pieces, Coach, in terms of establishing a tone that you think we're able to get accomplished here today?
Yeah, you know, really, I thought the kids set the tone. We had a very honest conversation last night to understand that, you know, you're really establishing your role over the next 25 practices, that competitions are being had across the board, and it's really the guys that are playing the best in the moment. It's not matter where you're from, what age you are, whether you're a freshman or an old guy, it's the guy that's playing the best when we step foot into San Jose State, you know, and because of that, I thought they brought a great attitude out here. You could see it from the second we got up this morning, had our meetings, had our walkthroughs, come out here competitive. I mean, look at the guys out here right now. I mean, they love being out here. They won't leave the field, and that's what you want as a team. They have the right mindset. They came this close to a championship last year. They got the taste of that, and they're hungry for it. And they put in the work over the summer, and I know they'll continue to do that over this camp.
What's your anticipation of the additional stops that we saw him able to actually do some work?
Yeah, it was really nice, Chuck, and I'll be honest with you. He's really gone through a tough road and is healthy and getting healthier. It's really about his cardio, and he's worked hard on that. To be able to do individual drills today and it be a positive experience, I think was a really big step for him, build his confidence, and we'll continue that. We'll take slow steps. The reality is it's probably further down the line for getting him actual practice reps, but we'll take it, you know, day by day and at his pace. But it was a really positive day to be able to see him out here and get some work.
With him taking a while to get back into the rotation, how do you feel generally about that defensive line depth, especially in the interior?
Yeah, you know, I think one, it's a talented group. We're going to need to stay healthy there, you know, but I think a lot of guys would love to have, you know, Nick and Corey and Drake and Hunter and Tooley and Jake Lichtenstein and Jamar and those type of guys. I mean, Stanley, Kobe, you know, so there's bodies there. You know, there's bodies there. There's not a true probably 3 deep like the others, about 2.5. I think we're 3 to 4 deep at all other positions. So, you know, we've got to be careful with that. We got to monitor it. I do think we're in the way we're formatting practice right now. It's going to be physical practice for them. They're going to get what they need, but we're also going to need some luck. So all y'all pray, and hopefully we'll stay healthy at that position, because it's a talented position, but it's going to be about 2.5 deep as of right now, and hopefully we get Ish at some point in time, and that will add some extra depth.
Coach Helton, Skylar Trouble from Annenberg Media, with you guys having one receiver less than expected, did anyone in particular today get more minutes, more touches, more reps in what you guys were doing, and how do you feel about the depth of your receiving corps?
Yeah, you know what really stuck out to me was how we invested in kind of some of the bigger bodies. You see a Malcolm Epps out here, a Michael Trigg. I love, they're looking at one right now, Jude Wolf being back out here that wasn't out here in spring. EK, Eric Romanov, who's been out here for a lot, Lake McCree. Those body types are going to come into play. The other thing that really stood out to me is the ability to use some two-back, which we saw today. I really like this backfield and how it's coming together. And the guys that are there, they're multi-talented both as runners and as receivers. So I think we're going to be able to do more personnel groupings just as long as we stay healthy. I think you're going to see different personnel groupings, from 10, 11, 12, 20, to be able to really help our receiving core, but not lose any talent-wise. I mean, Malcolm Epps is a 6'6" body running down the middle. Michael Trigg 6'5" with that speed. So it was an impressive day for those guys, and looking forward to seeing more.
Thank you.
What did Kyle Ford show you, and do you see him as an inside or outside guy?
Well, we're working both right now. I'll be honest with you. I'm just happy to have him back. I was so happy for him. To see him out here and to see him gain confidence with each and every play. You don't know how mentally tough you have to be when you have your second, and to be able to go through that twice, have the positive attitude that he's had, and to be out here competing, man, credit to him. I think what a tough-minded kid, how hard he's worked, and you could just see how much fun he was having today. That made my day, to be honest with you.
So you mentioned guys coming in here being ready for today. How beneficial is that for this program to be able to take that next step?
Well, what I was showing the guys today and talking to them about, I thought last year really helped us. The adversity that we faced as a team, some of the issues that were going on all around us, and how they bonded together and found a way to win each and every regular season game and get to a championship game. That was a major step for them, and it really created a hunger and a chip on their shoulder to take that next step, win the Pac-12, and put yourself where we want to be, which is in the playoffs. So it's something that I can feel from them. I felt from them in their winter workout, in spring, now garnering these 27 extra bodies that are here. You feel the depth, you felt that work they got over the summer, and you just feel this attitude and this vibe about them that, man, they love being out here, and they're working towards something, and that's a championship. So I appreciate their attitude today.
I don't think we've had a chance to ask you about Taj Washington yet. How does he fit in with this receiving core, and where has he impressed you so far since you've had him on campus?
Yeah, really smooth receiver. Great body control, great transitional skills. Some of his transitional skills remind me of Marquise Lee, as a young person. In and out of breaks, great ball skills, and top end speed. He's a guy that learns conceptually. You saw him at a bunch of different positions today, right, left, inside. So he's a guy that we will use all over the place. And the thing that I think he's going to bring to the table, he has true top end speed. He can take the top off of defense in a hurry. So really excited to have him.
How did you see the true freshmen develop during the summer conditioning, and did you see that pay off for any of them first day of camp?
Yeah, I'll have to say I got to give credit to our older kids because they really, put them under their arm and really started teaching them what our culture is all about. And I saw it out there today, how they were rooting them on, how Isaiah Polamalu is teaching the young safeties, how Nick Figueroa's got Corey right by his hip. You know, they've really taken ownership as a big brother role. And because of that, I think our freshmen are going to be a little bit more further advanced. Obviously, very talented group, a highly touted group, but they're learning, you know, and as more playbook comes in, there'll be mistakes, and sometimes it'll catch up to them, and then, you know, they'll catch up to it. But I love the attitude they had out here today. Even more important, I love our older kids' attitude about how they've really adopted them and brought them on.
Playing in the spring, you guys mixed up the practice plans a little bit, did some different things. Is that something you want to continue this fall, or do you want to kind of get in that routine that you normally do, so you're ready for the first game, prepping throughout?
Yeah, well, a player likes to be in routine. He likes to know what to expect. Now, obviously, each and every game plan that you come into is going to be different, which requires a little bit different type of aspect. You know, when you're playing Stanford, that may be a totally different practice plan than when you're playing a Washington State team that's a spread team. So yes, you will see some different attributes based on, you know, who we're going against and their style. You know, but as far as the format of what's our off day, you know, what's a Monday look like, what's a Tuesday look like, and on their bodies and the toll that they take when their lift days are, we'll get them in routine there. The practices, you will see some different things based on who we're playing. It's a good question.
I know Dick said in the spring that Corey was going to step in and he would have a lot of catching up to do. How big is that gap as you see him kind of out here with the other guys?
Well, you know, I think for Corey, it's going to be how fast does he learn the system and get comfortable within the system. Obviously, you see some of the things he does out here. I mean, he has God-given talent. His first step is unique. He gets on top of a tackle extremely quickly. I think Nick has done an amazing job of bringing him along, and will continue. We'll need all of them, to be honest with you. And the faster that we bring him along, the better team we're going to be, because he's going to have to help us this year.
You didn't have much
practice, a lot of positivity. Was there anything today that maybe you felt they could have been doing a little bit better, even though it was the first day?
Their competitiveness got close to the quarterback today, which we had to talk about. Just practicing smart, which we always talk about, but you saw their competitiveness and how fast they were playing, which I love. I thought they had relentless effort. But, you know, when you get 27 new guys, you also got to learn how to practice where you don't get hurt. And fortunately, we practiced with great speed, didn't have any injuries, but we do have to learn how to practice around that quarterback because he means everything. So I think just continued effort, but also know where you're at next to that quarterback. So it's a great question.
Oh, one more?
You had guys come in January, and you had some guys come in here in the summer, like Ray John and Corey. Is Ray John a guy that you could expect to get some impact from this?
Well, he's a lot like Corey. You see the God-given talent, you see the football instincts, you really see, how quick his first step is and how he runs, and the challenge is to, not having a off-season or a spring, just having a summer, is making sure that we utilize these 25 practices and get him as close to preparation as we can. I love what he did today. I thought he brought a pro mindset in from the beginning of the day all the way through, from how he was in meetings, how he was in walkthroughs, how he was coachable today. He's really bought into, T.O.'s style of tough coaching and trying to improve him as fast as possible. No, I like his attitude. I really do, and obviously he's got a great skill set. A lot like Corey. It's how fast we can get him there in these 25 practices. Okay. All righty, guys.
Thank you.
Well, I tell you what, if you don't mind turning your cameras on.